Diary Entries of a Christmas Carol by Denasia Holloway, 7th grade, Garfield School.
From the Diary of Ebenezer Scrooge. It is almost Christmas. I hate Christmas. Mr. Cratchit needs to work a little faster. The cold shouldn't slow him down. We will have to work on Christmas, no excuses. My old partner frightened me. He told me I have to change my ways, or else I'll be chained. I don't know what he's talking about. Maybe it wasn't real. He mentioned 3 spirits. They all gave me signs that I need to change how I treat others, or else. I woke up the next morning, scrambling. I didn't want to end up as the man no one cares for. I had a young man find the biggest goose and deliver it to the Cratchit's house. Later, I arrived at the Cratchits with an abundance of gifts and food. The Cratchits were shocked and pleased. We had a nice time, and I made Mr. Cratchit my new business partner. I also gave him a break. I changed my ways. I'm not mean, greedy, or cheap anymore. I didn't want to end up the man no one likes or cares for.
From the Diary of Mr. Bob Cratchit. Mr. Scrooge is the worst boss ever. He makes me work more and pay less. He made me work on Christmas, when I'm supposed to spend it with Tiny Tim, because he's special. My family and I prayed over our food. I even prayed for Mr. Scrooge. My wife wasn't too happy, since she hates Mr. Scrooge. Later on Christmas Day, Mr. Scrooge arrived with lots of food and gifts. My family was surprised and thankful. Mr. Scrooge changed. He even made me his business partner.
From the Diary of the 3 Ghosts. Mr. Scrooge needs to change, or he will end up like his old pal, chained. We will show him what will happen and why he needs to change. We taught him a lesson. Mr. Scrooge changed his ways and became nice.
From the Diary of Mrs. Bob Cratchit. My husband works so hard because of that Scrooge. Mr. Scrooge is a mean old man. Now my husband has to work on Christmas. On Christmas, a knock at the door, and there was Mr. Scrooge with food and gifts. It made my family so happy, especially Tiny Tim. Mr. Scrooge made my husband his business partner, and we had a great night.
From the Diary of Tiny Tim. Mr. Scrooge makes my father work really hard. Mr. Scrooge is so mean. On Christmas Day, Mr. Scrooge came with a whole bunch of food and gifts. Mr. Scrooge was so nice. He even made my father his business partner. That night, I was super happy!